My high school crush is telling people I'm the one that got away despite actively rejecting me for 2 years to preserve his ego. I want to get this off my chest once, and then I'm done. Just to preface this, I have a partner currently that I have been dating for around 4 years now. We are both seniors in college, and I am incredibly happy with him. He's the love of my life, and I'm so happy that I got over my crush when I did so that I got to meet my partner, befriend them, and pursue a meaningful relationship. My issue is that when I was interested in him, he entertained it heavily. We would be on the phone for hours every single day. At first, he was my best friend. We were inseparable. We did everything together, and I started falling for him after we almost kissed in my car. I tried to force it down. I tried to just stay friends with him, but I felt guilty for hiding my feelings, and I told him. When I told him, he said that I was like a sister to him, which I was totally fine with after my initial sadness. I still kind of liked him, but I was so happy that I got to keep my best friend. After a while, I started branching out and trying to find new people. I would talk to him about these people and he would encourage it over text, so I thought everything was totally normal. Then, I met a guy at a party with our friend group, and was really hitting it off with him. The entire night, he avoided me, and I found out later from our friends that he was super jealous and angry that I was talking to that guy. Well, this continued for the next several months. I would meet people, flirt for a bit. I even had a few dates, and every single time, he would get angry. He would criticize every single boyfriend or girlfriend that I had, talk about how jealous and mad he was to our friends, and so I finally confronted him on why he was acting this way. He said he was just being protective, but I knew that was bull. I asked him if he liked me and said that was the last time I was ever going to ask. He said no, so I moved on completely. Our contact fizzled out after a while, and that's when I met my current partner. When the two of us met, there was an instant connection. We became close friends really quickly, and our friendship blossomed into a romance within a few months, and we have been inseparable ever since. We did break up briefly due to some mental health and physical health issues I was having, and that's when my crush came out of the woodwork and started speaking to me again. He heard about my breakup, and he said he wanted to help talk me through it. I knew that I was still in love with and planning to get back with my partner, but since I figured it had been long enough since the two of us liked each other, I didn't see the harm in hanging out in public as friends, so that's what we did. He helped talk me through the breakup, gave me really good advice, but one day while he was driving me home, he stopped the car. He looked at me and said, "I'm sorry, I can't pretend like this isn't killing me." I asked him what he meant, and he said that he didn't know. He then reached over and cupped my face in his hands, sighed, and then kept driving. I was really confused. I got back home, and saw that he blocked me. Fast forward a few months, my partner and I got back together. We went to some couples counseling, talked it through, and decided that we were both ready to give it another shot. We went to a party with the same friend group for the first time back together as an official couple. Nobody in the group had heard from my crush in almost 2 months at this point, so I didn't expect that he would be there, and lo and behold, there he was. I came upstairs first. He lit up when he saw me and picked me up and spun me around and started talking to me enthusiastically. I was confused, but didn't have time to react before I saw his face fall as soon as my boyfriend walked up the stairs. He looked at me, then at him, and then stormed out of the house. That was the last time I spoke to him. Now, present day, it's 4 years and counting with my amazing boyfriend, and last week I began receiving messages on Instagram and Twitter from my former friend group. As I said, I grilled one of them for information, and it turns out my former crush has been telling people that he regrets not snatching me up the second he got the chance, that I'm the one that got away, that he misses me, that he always loved me, and that he wants to be with me. The reason that this infuriates me is because he had his chance to have me. I was in love with him for 2 years, gave him multiple chances, but he wasn't interested/rejected me every single time. Now, it's too little too late. I feel nothing for him anymore. I haven't thought about him once until these messages started popping up, but now all I can feel is overwhelming anger. He's trying to come back into my life now that I am unbelievably happy, successful, and with someone who I love more than anyone or anything. Does he really expect me to just drop the best thing that's ever happened to me and come running into his arms? If I was that same pathetic 15-year-old girl, maybe I would have, but I'm a 22-year-old woman now. I know that I live in his head as some idealized version of myself that is still obsessed with him, but that isn't me anymore. His friends are trying to convince me to just talk to him, but I absolutely will not be doing that. My partner has supported me in all of this, and he even said that if I want to go talk to him for some closure, I should, but I don't need closure. He indirectly admitted that he always loved me, but that he was too much of a wuss to be with me back then. I am happy with my situation, and there isn't a single part of me that's wondering what could have been anymore. Instead of talking to me directly, he knows where I live. He knows how to reach me. He could talk to me if he wanted to. He sent his little boyfriends out to convince me to talk to him. He's still just as immature, and I'm not. If you're reading this, the answer is no, and that answer will never change. I wish you the best in life, but I want you to stay out of mine. That's all I've got. Thanks for reading.